ciel bleu vole en silence.
Okay, it's both the trendiest thing you can wear and potentially the frumpiest thing you can wear. And I'm gonna break it down for you in today's video. It's the cardigan, the cardigan. They are one of the most misunderstood wardrobe workhorses, and I'm gonna show you how to wear a cardigan over 50 without looking frumpy. So welcome, you're new here. My name is Netta. I'm a personal stylist. My whole focus is helping you build your best wardrobe, your best style over 50, because let's face it, it's a slippery slope out there. In my last video, I was sharing some clothes that are currently in stores. Somebody said it looks like I found them from a catalog 15 to 20 years ago. But alas, no, they are currently in stores, currently on websites that are coming for us, that are targeting us, that are designed for women over 50. So that's why I am so passionate about calling out the bad stuff and showing us how we can wear the good stuff. So again, if you're new here, welcome. So happy you're here. Finally, at long last, I've been teasing it for a while, but my fall modern wardrobe classics guide is here. It's ready. It's better than ever. I have videos that are talking you step by step through the process of building your fall wardrobe and really evaluating your wardrobe, deciding what you have, deciding what's missing, and building a wardrobe that's going to get you through fall and winter in style. I also have coming up on Monday, September 8th, is my next masterclass. We're going to be breaking down fall outfits for you. These are transformative and really like actionable and something that I recommend every one of you attend if you can. So Monday at 11 a.m., sign up even if you can't make it there live because you will get the replay. Okay, let's get started. I've got a lot to talk about cardigans. But a few years ago, I volunteer at my church's youth group, and there was a senior citizens night. I don't know what they called it, but it was basically an opportunity for these kids, these high school and middle school kids, to dress as older people, as mature people. And what did they all wear? What did they all wear? You guessed it. They wore cardigans. Like all the girls wore cardigans. Like their idea of how do we look mature? How do we look like older? Is to wear long, baggy, slouchy, oversized cardigans. Now, as a cardigan lover from way back, I was offended. I was like, oh my gosh, is that what they think makes us automatically look frumpy or automatically look older or automatically look like, like a granny from a sitcom? Like that's like if they were gonna costume a granny, that's what they would put a granny in. And I was like, okay, point taken. Point taken, teenagers. I get it. I hear you loud and clear. At the same time, I'm one of those people who I'm at a stage in life where I'm always either freezing or boiling. There's never an in-between. Right now I'm boiling, so I'm wearing something sleeveless. But 2 seconds ago I was freezing and I was wearing my cardigan that I keep at my desk. So I'm not anti-cardigan, but there is a way to wear cardigans where they look modern. And there are some super, super trendy cardigans right now. And then there's a way to wear them where they look dated and they look potentially frumpy and they do all the things that we don't want them to do. Okay, so let me get into it. Why are cardigans often misunderstood, often maligned? It's because they can be shapeless and kind of dumpy looking and sad and saggy. And often a lot of the long cardigans that many of us were wearing were truly just shapeless. They were kind of like robes that we wore outside of the house in the sense that they were not flattering, they were again shapeless, they were oversized, they were bulky, too long, and those cardigans are not in style right now. Not only are they not in style, they are generally just not flattering on most women most of the time. So they're associated with grandma style, again, when they're worn oversized and slouchy like that, when they're not styled properly. And the wrong proportions of a cardigan like that can really overwhelm an outfit. And so these cardigans really required special styling, and if we just threw them on over everything, we were going to create a look and a proportion that maybe we were not trying to achieve, like something that doesn't look great, isn't flattering, all the things. They really should frame your shape, not swamp it. So again, long baggy cardigans are not happening in 2025, and I'm happy to see them go because I feel like they have killed so many potentially good outfits. But I'm going to share some cardigan styles that are trending for 2025 because we're going to start with the good cardigans and just how to style them in 2025 so that we look modern, we look fresh, we look stylish, and we look flattered in our clothes. The first, I've been talking about this for a while. It's the lady jacket cardigan. This isn't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So this is a structured cardigan in that like Chanel jacket style. Everybody has these. You can find them everywhere at every price point, from like Old Navy and Amazon all the way up to Saks and Revolve and the higher end retailers. So I love these because they add so much structure, they add so much polish. They're an easy way to elevate casual outfits. They work really well with dresses as well as with pants. And I will say, as a rule, a waist length cardigan is way more versatile than a long cardigan because you can wear it with dresses and you can wear it with pants. Whereas a long cardigan really only ever looked okay with pants. So they're polished, they're structured, they're cropped, they work with pants, skirts, and dresses. They can be worn unbuttoned as a layer, or they can be worn buttoned as a top. And they add instant polish to jeans or casual outfits. One of my fall go-to outfits is like a tank or a bodysuit, a lady jacket, and a pair of wide leg jeans. It's just a go-to outfit for me that I wore on repeat. I always feel beautiful, I always feel polished, and it is a smart casual outfit formula that can take you pretty much anywhere you're going in 2025. Most places from church to brunch to work, you can wear that outfit formula and look really, really stylish. Okay. The next cardigan, and one that we're seeing a lot this season, is the belted cardigan or the wrap cardigan. So these are a little trickier. What you want is to avoid uber bulky cardigans that are wrap or belted style, because they can be bulky, and because they're bulky, they can add some weight and shape. So I actually happen to have a bulkier wrap cardigan, and I will say it is really challenging to style. I love it. I love the color. I love the details on it, but it's not easy to style. So one that is a little bit more small scale, like the one I'm showing here, is going to be a much better option than an oversized, bulky wrap style cardigan. So they do have a nice open neckline, which is flattering, and waist definition, which is really flattering. They are best with slim bottoms because they tend to be a little bulkier. So a straight leg pair of jeans, maybe your slim straights, maybe a cigarette pair of pants, even a pair of leggings. These could be great thrown on over athleisure to dress up your athleisure, like if you're going from gym to meet a friend for coffee. These could be great for that. Avoid bulky over bulky. So if you've got a bulky one, keep in mind that it can bulk up the top half of your body. So if you've got like a fuller, like broader shoulders, a fuller bust, a fuller belly, keep that in mind. But if you've got a bulkier one, make sure you're not wearing it with bulky or baggy pants. That is really a hard look to wear. Do love these, however. I do love these. Length matters. Mid-thigh or shorter works best for this type of wrap or belted cardigan. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the cropped cardigan. This is possibly the most versatile, most modern, most wearable, the one that you will reach for all the time. One of my favorites is the black one from Quince that I wear like 3 times a week. I just ordered it in ivory. This is such a versatile cardigan. It hits at the waist. It works with dresses, it works with pants, it works with skirts, it works with everything. I like that this one is cotton because it's lighter and it's seasonless, but these are going to come in every type of material: cotton, wool, cashmere, whatever you want. What's great about these is that many of them, and a little less so with the Quince, but many of them can be worn buttoned as a sweater. And I have done that with the Quince one, but I typically wear it as a cardigan. But you can wear it buttoned as a sweater, or you can wear it unbuttoned as a layering piece. So I love these, especially for trips. These are the ones, like if you're taking one sweater with you on a trip, it should be a cropped cardigan that buttons up the front, because you can wear it forward, again, buttoned as a sweater. You can wear it backwards, buttoned as a sweater with like a low back. You can wear it unbuttoned as a layering piece. I think it's super, super versatile. Okay. So they're flattering, they're versatile, they're travel friendly, they're great with dresses, they're great with pants, they're great with skirts, they're great with everything. The next cardigan I want to talk about, and one that is super, super trendy and super hot this season, is the Statement Cardigan. So brands like Free People and Farm Rio do these all the time, but we're really seeing bold, fun statement cardigans in fall, winter 2025. And many of these are long, like the long cardigans I was showing you, but they're statement. Many of them are the wrap or belted style cardigans. Bold colors, prints, details like fringe, like embellishments. These can transform a basic outfit into something cool and modern. And the thing about these is, if you choose properly, these can really be personality pieces in your wardrobe that you have for years to come. Now, we've always seen like the Southwestern, like Navajo style motifs on some of these cardigans in the past, but now we're seeing all different types of motifs, from bold florals to stripes to like just any bold statement print or detail on these bold cardigans. I love them. They're fun personality piece, and in this case, you really kind of want to let the cardigan be the outfit. Like the cardigan is the star of the show. You gotta kind of let it have its space. Okay, next it's the classic cardigan. So these have really made a comeback, but they don't really go out of style. They're just now trending. So there's things like this classic cardigan that sometimes are in a classic category and sometimes are in a trend category. Right now they're in a trend category. As they wane from trendiness, they will go back into classic category, but they're never going to look dated as long as you choose wisely. So I think Cezanne and J. Crew do these really well. You're looking for a mid-weight knit, and you're looking for a mid-sized. So you don't want it to be tight, you don't want it to be loose. I say this all the time, but it just bears repeating that something that is in the middle, not tight and not loose, is going to be the most timeless fit of almost any item. So with this cardigan, it's especially true. You want it to be like right there in the middle. You don't want it to be skin tight. It's not 1997, right? And you don't want it to be baggy. It's not 1987. It's 2025, and the most classic, and has been the most classic through all the decades, is that middle of the road fit. Again, these are so versatile. You're looking for a fine to medium knit, cashmere, merino wool, maybe cotton in the summer. These are as versatile as the cropped cardigans in that you can wear them forwards and backwards. You can wear them buttoned and unbuttoned. You can wear them as a sweater. You can wear them as a layer. Just so many different ways to wear these. They can be worn again as a top, as a layering piece, or styled creatively. I'm going to show you some ways to style some of these cardigans coming up. Okay, this next one I recommend with reservations. These are a trend, but they're a little harder to wear. So it's the short-sleeved cardigan. If you'd asked me a couple of years ago whether I'd be recommending these, I would have been like, no, because traditionally I feel like these have kind of read a little bit matronly and a little bit frumpy, but they are absolutely having a moment. So we got to be careful. It's going to come down to styling, whether these look modern or whether they look potentially like borderline frumpy. So you're really going to come down to it's going to come down to the styling. I feel like the fine knit short sleeve cardigans are going to be the hardest ones to wear. I like that these are good transitional pieces. I like that they can cover our arms if we're wearing like sleeveless pieces that we want arm coverage or need arm coverage. So I like that option about them, but I feel like the ones that are a little bit flimsy are going to be a lot harder to style and are going to look potentially a lot more matronly. So I think if you're leaning towards a short sleeve cardigan, I do have one, but mine feels and looks more like a short sleeve lady jacket. And that's what I would recommend if you're looking at a short sleeve cardigan. So more structured, more substantial, not flimsy. So it's like a lady jacket, but with short sleeves. I think that's going to be a lot more versatile as a layering piece, as a top worn alone. It's going to look a lot more modern. But I'm seeing every configuration of short-sleeved cardigans right now. Okay, next is the shaped cardigan. These are really cool, and these are generally seeing these more at like kind of contemporary and more high fashion lines. But these are cardigans with like waist definition built in. Some of them, of course, have a little bit of a peplum detail, but I'm talking about like a real shaped waist. And some of them have shaped shoulders and arms as well, but I'm really focusing on the waist here. So these are cardigans that are designed to be worn like hip length. They're a little bit longer, but they've got that like strong shape through the waist. I'm showing a couple here from Veronica Beard, one from Anthropology. So we're gonna see a lot of these shaped waist cardigans. Some of these are ribbed and designed to be fitted. Some are like thicker material and a little bit more structured and stand away from the body a little bit. So there's really kind of something for everybody, but I like the fact that these do give waist definition. These, just like the vests that were longer and shaped that we wore a lot in spring and summer and that I will continue to wear into fall, are really great to layer over bottoms that have weird waistbands that are hard to tuck, because you obviously are not going to tuck these in. So if you've got like a elasticized waistband that you want to hide, if you've got a little tummy bulge that you want to hide, and like this type of shape is just absolutely beautiful for wearing with problematic waistbands. I really like these. They flatter tummy area and they create waist emphasis, and you can't beat that. Okay, the next trendy cardigan I want to talk about is the Zip Front Cardigan. Now these are really like sporty looking and a little bit more casual looking. Something about these gives me like uncle vibes. My uncle, my beloved uncle, used to wear these all the time. He would wear these zip front collared sweaters. Did anyone else have an uncle who wore these zip front collared cardigans? So these kind of look a little bit like that, kind of like a, I don't know, I'm probably making the wrong reference with a golf sweater, but he wore that type of style. But these are like elevated alternative to hoodies. These are super, super hot right now. Of course, we're seeing them from really hip brands like Varley, but we're also seeing them from more classic brands like Lens. And I think we have to be careful that these do not look overly masculine. So you want to style these in a really cool way, and you're gonna, you know, there's a lot of inspiration out there for styling these, and I will be sharing inspiration as well. They can look sporty, cool, or they can look grandpa. They can look sporty, cool, or they can look grandpa. I feel like there's no middle ground. They're gonna look sporty, or they're gonna look like an old man. I don't think there's a middle way, so choose carefully. Style, make sure that these have modern bottoms, that you're styling them in a modern way. Maybe you're wearing them with your cool leather pants. Maybe you're wearing them with a really cool pair of jeans, so they look fresh and not, again, like grandpa. Okay, the next and the last style of trendy cardigan I want to talk about is the updated long cardigans. These are statement cardigans that are long. These are the only long cardigans that we're seeing in style right now. It's the combination of the statement cardigan and the long cardigan. So the long slouchy cardigans that we had talked about before in these statement prints are kind of what we're seeing right now with the longer cardigans. The other longer cardigan that we're seeing actually is the Cardigan. So it looks like a long sweater jacket, and it's more structured. So these are the two. If you're still like, I can't give up my long cozy cardigan, get it in a statement print or get a structured like sweater coat. Those are going to be much more elevated and much more modern than the cardigans that we were all wearing. So we're looking for something with structure. We're looking for smooth knits on these longer cardigans. A smooth knit, like especially on a cardigan, you're looking for a smooth knit, not a chunky cable knit, not big wooden buttons, and not droopy pockets. These look very different than the other cardigans that many of us were wearing casually. So I'm going to pop up the good and the bad so you can kind of see the difference. These work as sweater coats or as sweater blazers. They're really versatile, and they're a great kind of transitional coat as we go into winter. And these are best styled with pants and jeans, and not with dresses. As a rule, just a cardinal rule, if you only remember one thing from this video, don't wear a long layer over a dress. Don't wear a long layer over a dress unless it's a coat and it's longer than the dress. But otherwise, don't wear a long layer over a dress. It's super, super hard to wear and can help you immediately like lose the shape that the dress gives you. Okay, so let's talk. Now that we've talked about the trendy cardigans that are in style for fall 2025, what's actually stylish for fall 2025, and then the long, slouchy, oversized, dated cardigan to avoid, let's talk about some styling strategies for cardigans, because I've got some cute ones here, and I think that these are going to change the way that we look at cardigans. Okay, so first, we're going to talk about how to wear the new longer statement cardigans. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of these cardigans styled. So we're looking at either unbuttoning it, like in this, like untying it, unbuttoning it, wearing long and loose. Again, this is a statement cardigan, worn over a fitted tee and jeans and a cool pair of shoes and a cool hat. So she's kind of bridging summer to fall here because she's got kind of summery shoes, summery hat, and then this long cardigan. But you see the waist definition under the cardigan, and that makes this work really, really well. Also, there's this Farm Rio look where it's belted and it's worn over, it looks like it's worn over a patterned shirt. And so this is the statement cardigan that's very much trending right now. Style it carefully, but it's such a cool piece. The next is this look with a shaped cardigan, similar to the kind of Veronica Beard cardigan that I showed. This is a shaped cardigan that has that waist definition, worn over a pair of slouchier pants. I think this is such a cool look. And because it's a fitted cardigan with some shape, the slouchier pants work with this. Okay, another cardigan styling. I love the way this cardigan is tucked in and kind of like wrapped in the front. So she tucked one side of the cardigan in this way and the other side in that way, and it's wrapped in the front and tucked into jeans. And it's just a very cool way to add waist definition to a cardigan if you feel like you've lost your waistline or you feel like you need it to be a little bit more flattering. I think this is such a cool cardigan technique. Okay, I'm gonna say this again, and I've said this in a couple of videos. One of the coolest ways to wear cardigans or sweaters is to wrap them. Either to wrap them around your neck, wrap them around your waist, or wrap them around your hips. So I'm showing two different versions of wrapped sweaters here. Often they're doing multiple wrapped sweaters. This can be great for those of you who, like me, are always either hot or cold. You take a sweater off, you wrap it around your shoulders. You put the sweater on, and you're warm. You take it off and you wrap it around your shoulders. Like, it works really, really well. But here, again, one look where it's layered, wrapped around the hips, and another where it's wrapped around the neck. Okay, more cool cardigan styling ideas. This first one is like one layer on top of another layer. It's like 4 different layers, and this is best for those of you with a smaller upper body and smaller bust, but I think this is so cool. So she's wearing like a button-down shirt. I think it's a striped button-down shirt with a cardigan over it, with a denim jacket, with a trench coat. Very, very cool. Like, if you can pull off this combination of 4 layers, again, very useful for those of us who go through 950 degree swings between morning and night. So I love this. 4 different layers. I also really love this next outfit where she is wearing a colored cardigan under a pop of color in a cardigan underneath a black blazer. I think this is so cool, and just had not thought of wearing it this way. So you can see it at the cuffs and in the front. There's just a bright pop, I think it's green here, a bright pop of color popping out from underneath the neutral blazer, and an otherwise very work-friendly, very like professional looking suit. I think this is like 10 out of 10. I love it. And then I think one of the coolest ways to wear a cardigan in 2025 is over a bra top. I know most of us are not going to be wearing a bra top, but I was like, this looks so cool. If I was 25 years old, this is the way I would wear a cardigan. I think it's fabulous. And if you're comfortable wearing something like that, if you got the, the confidence and the shape for that, and that's something you love, go for it. The rest of us, I think, wearing it under like wearing a little tank underneath a cardigan like this, styling it exactly the same way I will be doing this with a tank. I think it's just fabulous. But just kind of shows you how cool a cardigan can look. Okay, let's talk about buttoning versus not buttoning the cardigans. Now, I've talked about you can button it up and wear it as a sweater, you can unbutton it and wear it as a layer, but there are lots of different stages in between. So let's break that down. So unbuttoned creates a nice vertical line, right? That's elongating, that's flattering, that's all the things. Now, you can also button just 1 or 2 buttons like near the bottom, near the waistline, and that's going to add waist definition. I'm going to show you a couple of different pictures so you can kind of see what that looks like, and I really like that look as well. You can also do 1 button at the top, which is trendy and very pretty and very feminine and also kind of classic. I love that, just 1 button at the top and the rest of it unbuttoned. Love that look. And then fully buttoned, or maybe just leaving the top button and the bottom button opened is a way to wear a cardigan as a sweater. So lots of different ways to button it to create different looks. Buttoning is a key role, it plays a key role in styling, and how you button a cardigan is going to really make a difference between how good it looks and how not so good it looks. Okay, let's discuss some cardigan ideas with jeans. Now, jeans are one of the things that cardigans I think go best with. Jeans and pants, they're just a natural pairing. You could do a longer cardigan with jeans, you can do a cropped cardigan with jeans, you can do a hip length cardigan with jeans. They all work with jeans. But I'm going to show you some kind of styling strategies with cardigans. Really liked cropped cardigans best with baggy jeans. Baggy jeans are harder to wear long cardigans with, again, because you're doing bulky over bulky, loose over loose, baggy over baggy. Not a great idea. So if you've got wide leg or baggy jeans, try cropped cardigan with them. Classic fit cardigans, like the one I was just talking about that's been in style forever, that works with all different types of jeans. Consider tucking your cardigan, just like you might tuck a sweater. Consider tucking a cardigan or doing a little front tuck. Okay, so this first outfit, I love this. She is wearing a black trench. I love seeing a black trench and not a camel trench in an outfit. She's got a wine-colored cardigan and wine-colored shoes, and then simply a white t-shirt and jeans. But what a cool, cool look. Again, layering the cardigan under a trench is definitely just where it's at right now. Love this next look. This is a lady jacket with denim trim worn with jeans. I think the jeans and the jacket are both really, really cool. Just love this look. And then this third one is a cardigan that's buttoned and tucked in, and it looks like it's belted. I think it's belted, worn with a cool pair of jeans and a great pair of loafers. So lots of different ways to style your cardigans with jeans, but jeans are one of the most natural pairings with a cardigan. Now, it gets a little trickier when we're wearing cardigans with dresses. And so I'm going to show you a couple of looks. Cropped cardigans work best with dresses. They work best with dresses. I've said that. I'm going to say it again. Long cardigans over dresses, one of the hardest looks to pull off. So cropped with dresses is the way to go. You want a cardigan that hits around the waist and has a little bit of structure, ideally, to wear with a dress. A classic fit cardigan works with dresses really well, as do cropped cardigans, as do lady jacket cardigans. I love this cardigan with a shorter dress and tall boots. I think this is such a cool little outfit combination. I'm leaning into shorter dresses again this season. They are easier on me as a petite, and I personally love this look. This next is kind of a little bit of a longer cardigan, kind of pushing the length limit a little bit, but it's like a hip length cardigan, but the dress underneath it is fitted, and so I feel like that works a little bit better. So the dress hugs the body, the cardigan is a little bit slouchier, and I think that kind of works. And then the last picture I want to show you is this long maxi dress with a cropped cardigan. This is the way that you wear longer dresses or midi dresses with cardigans. This is the easiest way to style it in a way that works really, really well. Now, the final picture I want to show you is kind of a cautionary tale. This woman is pulling it off. I think this is very, very hard to pull off. She's wearing a long white flowy midi dress with a longer white cardigan. Looks really cool on her. She is rocking it. She is making it work, but this is the silhouette that I advise against. I think this in general is super, super hard to pull off. Again, she looks fabulous in it, but I think she would look fabulous in anything. And I just think that that's a harder look to pull off. In general, going with that cropped cardigan over a dress, 10 out of 10. So much easier, so much more flattering. Okay, so that's it. That's a breakdown of cardigans and cardigan styling and trendy cardigans and out of style cardigans for fall winter 2025. Again, they're a workhorse piece that many of us love and wear on repeat. I am one of them. I've always got one in my car. I've always got one at my desk. And so I'm a cardigan fan, but it really does come down to how do we style them so that we look and feel chic and modern in them and not like we're just wearing something shapeless like a bathrobe. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe because I want to keep hanging out with you guys. Love you. I'll see you in the next one.